not suspicious enough.
He asked for information from her, and she surrendered that information, believing he was a law enforcement officer. So that's part of the risk, is that people are handing over documents that have their names, their addresses.
This creep is still out there.
Yes, creep. I don't know if I can trust Q13 on this, because they're known to make stuff up.
That's some editorializing there.
I do, but yeah, I do. I like this in a news story, is labeling the accused.
Have their names, their addresses.
This creep is still out there now with this woman's information, and investigators believe this could just be the start.
So keep in mind, nothing physical. I don't know what the interaction was, but whatever it was, the female driver reported it to authorities because nothing happened. Well, I'm going to let you off with a warning this one time. But it might be that because, stories about people impersonating cops are pretty consistent. It's a thing. I don't know if it's Munchausen syndrome or what would you put it up to? I think living a rich fantasy life. That would be the most harmless I could make it. But I got to say, I think you're after something. I think that there's another step. Just like that neighborhood kid that's torturing ants with a magnifying glass, he's going to be a serial killer. Done deal. Okay. Who goes to the trouble to kind of gin up their car to do this and then pulls people over and doesn't start thinking, work out, how do I get them out of the car and voluntarily and all that. So anyway, be on the lookout. Bolo there in Kitsap County on the neighborhood app and other apps and the book face. People are talking about that. So that is your heads up on that one. Thing two already.
Second thing.
This is a danger of a far different kind. Maybe some similarities with that Kitsap story, but you heard there was an accusation of a on-campus rape at Bellevue College, or was
Police
there?
unveiled a terrifying story set at Bellevue College. An 18-year-old student reported she was attacked and raped by a man at knife point inside a woman's bathroom. News of the attack traveled quickly, sparking panic across the campus. For hours, we witnessed an active scene as police vowed to arrest and hold this person accountable. Students in disbelief.
I don't know if I feel really safe right now.
But police noted that this type of criminal activity was unusual for both the college and the community.
We do believe this is a random occurrence. Very rare for something like this to happen here in Bellevue. We're going to be doing everything we can to identify and arrest this suspect.
Then, only hours after that statement, police seemingly walked back their concerns, despite no arrests being made, stating detectives are still working to reconcile inconsistencies between the information she is reporting.
Anyway, we'll keep our eyes on that story. Keep in mind there's some required examinations and things like that should be backing up your accusation. So I don't know anything about that story, except that when the authorities that are investigating it start, backing off the widespread caution and all that on the campus, it does seem really, I don't know. Thing 4 already.
Third thing.
Russian authorities overnight have handed Navalny's body to the mother for burial. Russian authorities on early today, the body of opposition leader Alexei Navalny to his mother after she struggled, or a representative struggled for a week to recover it. They briefly detained the guy that picked up the body, by the way, or drove the vehicle. Dozens of Russian celebrities, artists, activists, and journalists have recorded video appeals to President Putin in recent days to hand over Navalny's body to his family. And the prison bureaucracy that runs the archipelago of gulags did say, if you make a big deal of a funeral, we're just going to bury him here, and you'll never get to visit him. And the whole thing. Thing 5.
I think this is the fourth thing.
Oh, this is the fourth thing. Fourth thing, like the guy said, Uncommitted did great in the Democratic primary in Michigan as Biden wins, but a surprise second-place finish by Uncommitted did pretty well.
Overnight, an extremely unusual watch party for voters who cast their ballots not for a candidate, but for Uncommitted. in protest of President Biden's handling of the Israel-Hamas.
A rather unusual occurrence on that one. And this after Biden lied, flat out bamboozled them with a cone of ice cream saying, yeah, but ceasefire coming any day now. I think by Sunday. So there is a price to this, and he did pay it in Michigan.
At least my national security advisor tells me that we're close. We're close. It's not done yet. And my hope is by next Monday we'll have a ceasefire.
Yeah. Well, hard pass on that one. By the way,
well, just according to Israel and Hamas.
Yeah. The two warring parties.
What impact do they have on the situation?
In a way, Biden did get them together, get their heads together to agree on something. There's no peace deal coming out of Jake Sullivan and the White House. There is just a hemorrhaging of Democratic Michiganders. There is a D in it, by the way, Michigander. Thing 5, Marianne
Fifth
Williamson.
thing.
She's back in the race. Biden is so underwhelming, and now he's in the hospital right now. As of this morning.
Do you have Will I Am Son fever this morning?
I have Will I Am Son. That's his son's name.
I'm going to harness love for political purposes. I will meet you on that field, and sir, love will win.
Well, she makes more sense there than Will I Am ever has. So there you go. Well, yeah. So I am a little confused about this. I don't know whether. Because I'll tell you what, the designated networks are not running with it at all. So if it's a surprise physical, then I'll take it with the appropriate earnestness. But it sure seems to me like if they're acting like this is just 2024 or something, then I don't know. But it does fit my narrative that they're going to find a reason that he can't run. And then rushing to his bedside comes Gavin, and he'll take the crown, and they'll just do an end around on Kamala, who will be over there handing out, handing out work study jobs.
Have under the federal work study program.
Here, have a bribe.